Hi, Collective. Welcome to Sacred Wisdom Oracle. I'm Sophia, and I'm back for another reading, y'all. I hope everyone is doing well today. I think today's the 5th. I know it's Friday, 2025 of December. So, anyway, the weekend is already upon us, y'all. And the end of the year is like creeping up. Wow. Okay, so I do want to welcome everyone back. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the family, y'all. Okay, so we're going to get right into this reading, okay? This is going to be a general collective reading. One part of the reading may resonate and another part may not, and that is completely okay. What else? Yeah, they're for entertainment purposes only, you guys. I do have to say that, and I do have a disclaimer in the description of this video, of every video that I post. So please make yourself familiar with that. By watching the video, you are essentially agreeing to this, the terms and in the disclaimer, okay? And I don't normally say that in my videos, but I feel there's a few people watching that aren't aware, so I just want to make y'all aware, okay? My readings are strictly for empowerment. They come from a place of love and clarity. I want clarity and confirmation to something that you are already aware of, okay? And so that being said, don't try to make something fit that isn't for you, okay? Yeah, so let's go ahead and get into things. Divine angels, ancestors, spirit, and guides, I call upon you to surround myself and the collective with your love, light, and guidance with the highest protection. I ask that only beings of light enter this space, offering wisdom for the collective's highest good. Guide me with clarity, shield me from harm, and help me to see what is needed in this read. Sorry, y'all. Somebody could have a small white dog. If you do, this reading may be for you. All right. Holy Spirit, holy angels, the highest white light, what do you have for the collective's highest good today? First card out, we have submarining. I might have to put my glasses on for this, y'all. Somebody could be resurfacing out of nowhere. And this person may want to come in, collective, without even apologizing. They may just want to try to find their way back in somehow and give you some sort of explanation in order to try to reconnect. This could be out of a recent breakup or someone being bored. But yeah, someone could be resurfacing, and we have the number 69. So that's a 15, which is a 6. This could be at your job where somebody's trying to resurface. Interesting. Disillusion. You could be the person here that wants separation or separated from this person. This person could be your significant other, or this could be a friend, a family member, a coworker. You could be like not interested in whatever it is this person is about. This could have something to do with some sort of toxicity. Why is my face itching all of a sudden? Okay. Confirmation, I guess. So anyway, you don't like what this person is about. You could be feeling like this person has a damaged heart. Did I even show you guys this one? I'm sorry. So you could feel like this person's heart chakra is damaged in some way or needs healing. I don't really want to call people damaged. I feel like that is not nice. So anyway, someone could be born in 1990 or 1969. You could feel like whatever's gone on here, you have a spiritual reason for choosing to walk away from someone. And this person wants to resurface. They could not be very nice to you. Like if you call them out on something that has not been something you agree with or that you want in your life. Like let's say someone's a liar and you're like strictly absolutely no. I'll give you one chance to correct your wrong, but if you continue to do it and it becomes a pattern, I'm out. And that could be like, I'm just using that as an example. That doesn't have to be what this situation is about here. This could be anything. This could be lying. This could be the way they treat people, animals. You could be concerned because if this particular energy treats you, a human being, like garbage, you might be concerned to have them around your children, your pets, in your home, around other family members. I don't know why I'm getting that, but, and this person wants to resurface without apologizing. And you could already be aware of that. This is, according to the cards, this is completely over for you. This person could also have, or this energy, let's not get into blaming here, but this particular energy could have a habit of doing this, acting out, you feeling like you have to be this person's mother, father, their spiritual, what's the word? It's like you're setting boundaries, but they're not listening to these boundaries. They are just, it's like they're lost for whatever reason. There could have, yeah, let's just leave it at that. Let's get some more information. Ooh. Okay, so we have stingy and inattentive. That says it all. So I didn't know, the card like spun around and it ended up being in this direction. You can see that there's two definitions here depending on how the card spins. So somebody could be very inattentive. You could feel like there's internal and external issues, a wandering eye, or you're someone's backup plan. And you could feel like this individual, this energy, whoever this is to you, you could feel like they're always looking for the next best thing. This person could be a penny pincher. That could be how you know who this is. They don't give up money willingly. They prefer to split everything, perhaps down the middle, and they're really good at spending other people's money. They could have a reputation for being inattentive and stingy. This could have come from their maternal figure. So like this could be how someone was raised. And they could have been raised like this. Their mother could be like, have taught them to be like this. Now, this isn't going to be for everyone, but that's just what's coming out right now. Can I get two more for this overall energy? Bump, bump, bump. Bumps into ex frequently due to work or family obligation, kids or family issues, visualizes and fantasizes about reunion with ex. This could be for someone specifically here. You could feel like they're constantly thinking about their ex, wanting to bump into their ex, using the kids or family as an excuse to bump into an ex. After this relationship is like over with. This particular energy could be after they do something here where you have to set boundaries. They want to come back in, even though they have no intention to be attentive. They still, now this stingy could be money, penny pinching money, but it could also be stingy with how they respect others. And you could be seeing right through this particular pattern here. And you could kind of feel like this person stirs the pot when it comes to something. They could try to say things like that catch you off guard, that are really sexist. So like, you have to look a certain way all the time. They can look like a bum. Now, no offense to anyone who, looks like a bum. Like, that's not the point of the message. But they could look like a bum and, like, not wash their clothes, not take a shower, or, like, not take care of themselves, but they want you to look freaking perfect every time you walk out of the house. This particular energy doesn't have any relationships to draw from in the past. So they're just going off of what they fantasize about, what they think. I'm really getting like red pill, blue pill. Somebody could go on like forums or community chats, or somebody could be visiting a lot of posting of others that's like about the dynamic between a feminine and a masculine, and because they don't have any experiences to draw from. So they go and draw from other people's experiences. This is so weird. And this particular energy could seek all this attention. And they put their needs before others, like they ignore others, they forget important things. Okay. Just one more card, please. I don't like this energy. I'm sorry, y'all. One more final card. Two-faced. There you have it. Come through, Spirit. And taxing. This is too taxing on you. You're just like you could have no kids and be like, I don't want any kids. I don't want to have to be someone's mother. Now, you could have 2 or 3 or 4 kids or more and be like, you know what? I already have 3, 4, or 5 kids. Like, I don't need another kid. This person could be two-faced. They pretend things. They wear a mask. They're untrustworthy, insincere. And they're playing a game here with emotions. And perhaps strings you along. This could be taxing on your health, collective, and your spirituality. And you're just like, you know what? No. Next. All right, let's keep going here. All right, Holy Spirit, tell me about this resurfacing with no apology. Playa. This person's a player. They're not looking to settle. They're just seeking options. I keep getting like that this particular energy likes the way you make them look. They like the way you make them look. They could be showing people your pictures. They could be like, coming in with a player attitude. Hi, gorgeous. Things like that. And you could be like, ew. Like, don't call me gorgeous. Like, I don't like that. Like, and it's not that you don't like being complimented, but this isn't a compliment. This is more like manipulation. It's coming through as manipulation. New boo. Yeah, this person is flirting. Look at this, you guys. New boo, flirtations. Learning each other. No, this person's learning. They could be using you as an example to learn from. You could be telling this person, I'm not interested in you like that. We can be friends, but that's it. And they're treating it as though you're their new boo. And that, like, they're just some, like, player with this BDE. This big DICK energy. It's an illusion. They're literally living in an illusion. And we have reading up, doing the research, gaining insight, learning more. So this person could be like, even if you tell them like, I'm not interested in you like that, like you're cool like to be my friend and everything, but you could be really nice about this. And then this person or energy, whatever you want to refer to them as, could be like pushing the boundaries. Like you say, I'm not interested, and the next day they call you up and like, hey gorgeous, how's it going? That's a blatant disregard for boundaries, you guys. That's like, oh, I don't care what you said. What matters is what I say. What I say goes. Like this could be the difference between a masculine and a feminine, and you could be this feminine. Now flip and switch the roles however it is for your situation, but I'm really picking up this as a masculine. Sorry men, I love you all equally, but this is really getting masculine energy, and that this masculine maybe hasn't ever had any, again, like I said, any type of experiences to draw from. So they're trying to continually push the boundaries, and you could just be like, this person's pushing themselves right out the door because you're not willing to be friends with them if they don't listen to your boundaries. That's what I'm getting. We have harmony in reverse, balance in reverse, peace and happiness in reverse. You could feel like this individual or this energy is zapping your energy, your balance. This is disharmony. This is making you unhappy. You could feel like this is not a peaceful situation, regardless of what it is. Again, it could be friend, family, partner, friend. I said friend, sorry. Coworker, acquaintance. We have love affair, a third party hooking up, STD, quick getaway, the runner escaping. Someone could be saying they had a secret affair with you. Really? They could have told someone, a third party, that they hooked up with you? Now they could be trying to escape whatever it is that they said. Interesting. Can I get one more for disillusion? Oh, now they want to reconcile, getting back together, resolving issues, harmony. So this is disillusion of something. This could be a divorce or just a breakup of friends. Oh yeah, so this individual has intent. You guys, I can't believe what's coming out here. Of these two decks, we have Nubu, player, love affair, reconciliation, and desire, self-pleasure, sexual thoughts, intense feelings, and desires. So this person could have a desire to get back together, to resolve issues. However, they want to just work their way back in. They don't want to actually work on the issues. You could have given this person a lot of opportunities to fix things. Oh yeah, they're just love bombing. They could be coming in and flattering you. They could be saying things like, in a way to distract, like, oh, you just, your superpower is that you're so sexy, like you're just, like all these like overly attentive, all this terminology that is like meant to be distracting flattery, which is again a disregard of your boundaries. And it's funny because we have inattentive here, and then we have overly attentive. So somebody's inattentive to what it is that you need, to your boundaries, to the boundaries that you've set here. And then they F up, and then they're overly attentive, and they're showering you with affection, specific words. And this is all for personal gain. You could get like this romance scammer vibe from this individual. I'm getting inauthentic and fraudulent. Again, we have two-faced out here. Yeah, chaos. This particular energy could be doing this because they know that there's some sort of chaos if they don't come back in and love bomb you. Everything could be crumbling for them. There's something here about personal gain and a job loss. Somebody could be, y'all, this is weird. Hold on. That's too many. This is, I need more information because I'm getting something here, but I just don't want to say it yet. Honeymooning. Look at all these cards that are coming out. So, you could have been talking often with this person, but you told them, like, look, I'm not interested in you like that. But they still have love on the brain. But they're inattentive. Whoever you're dealing with here is inattentive. They may have no experience. They may pretend to be a player. I'm getting out of... No, you guys, I'm really not trying to be mean here, so please understand. I'm just giving the message. I'm getting out of their league. And whatever happens with this individual, this person's energy, I'm really getting that they keep going for someone out of their league and then getting denied. And it's slowly eating away at them. But if they went for someone that was on their equal playing ground here, they might have a chance. But they keep going for someone that's like, it's like they're so far out of their league. There's no comparison here. Like, you could have experience. Now flip and switch the roles. But I'm getting that this energy here where you have the experience. This person doesn't. They have to read up on things online in order to pretend like they have some sort of experience or an experience to draw from in order to manipulate someone into their energy. And had they looked at this from a different perspective and seen that the reason why things aren't working out for them is because they are going for someone that's like has all this experience. This person has none. Like, there's all these things that just keep, it's like a teeter-totter. Like when we were young, you know, one person would go on one side and then, you know, you would go back and forth, right? That's kind of what I'm getting here. Like this, and then because there's no actual real life experience here, this particular energy is going online and like reading up on things that are like misogynistic when it comes to relationships. So the way they treat people, if it's, and again, you guys, I'm not picking on my masculines, okay? But someone here isn't of the spiritual mind. They aren't, they're reading up on things on how to be like this big bad like player energy when there's nothing about them that says player. It's giving fraudulent, like not pyramid scheme, romance scammer. Like there's a reason somebody's, you know, this person could be looking for people that are let's say feminines, that are boss babe energies, right? Take good care of themselves, you know, look good, you know, single, sexy, and successful. And that's all this person is going for, when in fact, they don't even maybe have like a job. And it's starting to look, it's very obvious to someone who is this boss babe energy. You know, you can pick up on who is legitimate and who is not. Tell me about stingy. Now, this could be a major turnoff for you. Some people are turned off by someone who penny pinches so severely that it affects their life in a negative way. It's considered being unbalanced. There has to be balance in everything. And if somebody's penny pinching so severely, it's not about like you want to be with somebody who spends a lot of money or spends money on you even. It's more or less about if it starts affecting your life, if it's causing such an imbalance to where it's affecting your life, their life, whoever's life here, that's when it's an issue. Tell me about stingy. Like, it could be a matter of, like, sense. We have fed up over not having and frustrated. So you could be frustrated by the fact that this particular person is a penny pincher. And it could be like ridiculous stuff. And you could be looking at this person like they've lost their mind. Like, they could be like, oh, you can't take a shower between these hours because the water costs more. Or something like that. I don't know. Like we can't drive from point A to point B during traffic because it wastes gas. And it's like, well, if you have an appointment or you got to go somewhere, then you got to go. Like, it could be something like, don't flush the toilet because between these hours, because it wastes water and it's a matter of a couple cents here or there, or something like that, you guys. This is irrational behavior. Look at this card, you guys. It says irrational behavior. This person's addicted to being stingy, penny pinching. And it's a turnoff. That's too many. One more for stingy. Secretive, sneaky, mysterious, hiding information. So this person could be hiding information about their finances. And that's why this seems so irrational. Like, they could be two-faced, talking out two sides of their face at the same time. Oh, I have this amazing job. Like, I make so much money, blah, blah, blah. But then you can't flush the toilet between the hours of 8 and 5. Like, or between the hours of, 3 and 7 p.m. It's irrational. And you could be looking at it like, maybe this person isn't they're not all what they say they are. Because they're penny pinching, and you could be like, because they're broke, they're unemployed, living beyond their means. OMG. Now listen, we all go through periods of time where money is tight. So I am in no way like talking crap about that, okay? Tiptoeing. Avoiding getting caught acting shady, sneaking around. Somebody could be tiptoeing around this whole job thing. Y'all, I'm getting that this person could be so obsessed with your energy and you that they don't even work. This is getting strange. We have reconciliation out here again. They could be coming in and being like, you're my soul tribe, like you're my close friend, but they're tiptoeing around something when it comes to money, a job, employment. Because they're, oh my goodness, because they're stalking you. What? They're stalking their close friend. They're part of this stalking squad. You could be getting like emails from this person from like fake emails, from like fake accounts. Not fake emails, but real emails, but like from fake accounts. And they're this person. They could be trying to solicit your business for whatever. Like, oh, I want to work with you, or oh, I want to do this, or, I want to offer you this, or something like that. There's something two-faced about this person. We have brick wall, head over heels, hard to reach, guarded. You've put up your guard when it comes to this person. Somebody got swept up in something. You could have even felt like they were trying to sweep you up in something. And you're puzzled and confused. You're perplexed about what is going on with this person in this energy. You could know, like, let's say you cut contact with this person or you stop talking to them. And then within like 24 to 36 hours, you started receiving all these like strange emails, text messages, phone calls. They could be showing up at your house unexpectedly. They could be, you could have even told this person, don't show up at my house, and they came to your house anyway. Tell me about taxing, Holy Spirit. Cold shoulder and chained. Oh, this is a lot. Hold on. What did I just say? I just said no contact, and now no contact comes out. You could have blocked this person or just been giving them the silent treatment when it comes to communication, because they're too taxing for you. You could feel like they're codependent, unhealthy, and toxic. So you put distance between you. Wow, I cannot believe how the cards are coming out. I mean, oh my goodness. Spilling the beans, revealing secrets. So the cat's out of the bag about how this person isn't to be trusted. And they could be like freaking out that Collective, this energy, I'm not gonna lie, is scaring me. It's giving me a unpredictable, angry, vengeful, like revenge energy here. This is the type of energy that rather than look at themselves and go inward and say, did I treat the collective incorrectly? Did I do something that maybe I should, correct? No, that's not what this person's doing. They're now blaming you because you walked away, because you took care of yourself. You set a boundary with this individual because they weren't respecting your boundaries. And so now this individual is like spiraling. That's what I'm getting. All right, let's keep going. This energy is giving unpredictable. Like, you could be sensing this. You could be picking up intuitively on this person's energy, and it could be bothering you. This deck just like fell out. Hold on, let's get some information from this deck really quickly before I move on. Can I get one card, please, for resurfacing player? Digging up on y'all. Blackmail. Digging up dirt on you to use later. What's the actual F? Karma's a bitch. The evil eye they sent your way has backfired. Whew. I'm not even speaking on this yet until I get some more information, because this is crazy. Somebody could want to reconcile with you, collective, because whatever they're doing is backfiring. This has something to do with digging up dirt on you. This energy is really dense. Hating on your body image, your exercise routine. You could just be looking better and better. And you know what I'm getting? This isn't really because you've done anything specific to the way you look. This is because you're setting boundaries and taking care of yourself. So when you take care of yourself, you feel better. You're not putting up with this toxic energy, which is less stress on your body all around. And as we get older, we get impatient with having to deal with stress that's completely unnecessary. So when you eliminate the stress, you're essentially eliminating the toxicity from your body. It's like you're purifying yourself. Beware of anyone new entering your life. And we have secretly jealous and hating on your romantic relationships. Ooh. So you might want to be very careful, like how you go about. If you start dating someone new, you might not want to just start posting things online, because this person's watching. Like this person's hiding, whoa, things. We have blocked throat chakra, issues, intentions, communication, truth, authenticity, inspiration, clarity, release. You could feel like responding to this individual. Like, let's say they're like trying to bait you with like toxic emails. Like, they could be sending you all sorts of spiraling emails or text messages or something like that, where it's like they say they're not blaming you, but then in the next message they're literally blaming you, like, you know, saying things like you lied to me, and, you know, you led me on. And you could be like, I've been so honest with you. I've told you I'm not interested in you like that, but you can still be my friend. I think that's better than nothing, right? Like, I could have just been like, no, I don't want to even be your friend. Something to that effect is going on here, you guys. They secretly keep tabs on your every move. This is so unhealthy. They could be trying to run into you guys, like, when you're out. Like, you could live in the same, like, let's say you live like within an hour of this person. They could be like trying to show up around you on purpose somehow. Be careful. Make sure, like, I don't want to scare anyone, okay? But maybe get one of those devices that's like an EMF frequency reader or whatever, and check your car to make sure there's not like a AirTag or some sort of tracking device on your car, because this person looks like they're going to try to like show up where you are and be like, oh my gosh, like, what are the chances that I'd run into you at the gas station? Or what are the chances I'd run into you at Walmart or Target or wherever you shop? Oh, I just happened to be in your area. Oh, is that right? Tell me more about this information. Copycat, trying to be just like you in everything you do. I just heard the words. There's a song. I don't give a F. Like, this is like from the radio. I don't like listen, like go and seek out to listen to the song. I don't give an F. I don't give an F about you and all the things that you do. That's what you could be saying. Like, I don't care if you're trying to go everywhere I go. Like, I don't give an F about this and all you do. Like, something like that, you guys. I don't normally channel those kinds of songs, but causing you to feel paranoid or living in fear. That could be part of the reason why you needed to, like, okay, y'all. I feel like we're really, okay, I feel like I'm getting a very clear message here about someone, and you are obviously going to know who this is. And I actually feel bad about doing readings like this because it sounds like I'm being rude. I'm just reading the cards. But what I'm getting is that this person could be contacting you, collective, and trying to make you scared about something. And this is just in order so they can get in your energy. They could even be like contacting you and being like, oh, someone came to my house looking for you today. And you could be like, huh? Like, that's weird. And then something to that effect. And you could be like feeling like this person is trying to capitalize on making you feel fearful. So that way they can be your protector. Now you could be realizing that this particular energy is the problem. You could be realizing that this particular energy is the two-faced person you've had to worry about. This person could be creating issues in your life for you to be fearful, so you feel like you need some sort of protection. There's a family member that could be involved in this as well. This person could be dealing with a family member of yours who's two-faced, so they can affect your health to make you feel fearful, tired, fatigued. The bottom of the deck, it says, seek someone to do a cord cutting ritual, or, you know, you can do this yourself. Just you know, make sure that you're not causing anyone any harm or any, using any verbiage that is harmful in any way, because that can backfire. When we return to sender, we want to return to sender with love. I know it's very much talked about through the tarot community or spiritual community, where people say, I return to sender tenfold, 100 times, and whatever. But we don't want to send that kind of nothing that can backfire, that could actually hurt someone and then backfire onto us, and we just don't want to be mean or negative like that. All right, let's keep going. You know what? I feel like I should use a different deck. We'll get one card from this, or one card for each little column here. Forgiveness, yeah. Do this with forgiveness, collective. Send back, do a return to sender with forgiveness. Although I'm getting it could be hard, because this particular person is now trying to get information to blackmail you. This is crazy. They're trying to get in your head about something. You could have this person showing up in your dreams, acting like they're a relationship. Proactive, yeah. So you could be being proactive about this. Somebody could be born in 1984. This is the person who could be trying to show up in your dreams. They could be wanting to, they're projecting into your dreams somehow. You could be having a lot of dreams about this person. They want you to think of them or look at them like a love interest. We have survivor. You may have experienced something life-changing where you had to fend for yourself or fight for your life. Since then, you've been in survival mode, constantly scanning for potential threats. Your guides want you to know that you are safe from harm and encourage you to adapt a thriving mentality. So rather than focus on the fact that you've been through this and you've survived, focus on the fact that you are a survivor, that you have made it through, and you've not only made it through, on your own, but you have the protection of your divine team, your ancestors, your angels, your guides, your highest light and resonance, your team of highest light and resonance. You could have survived, collective, a maternal figure that was a Leo. See, we have this lion on here, and it says 103, which is a 4, so 4th house. This has to do with maternal figure relationships, home, family. You could have survived something when it came to a family member, and there's this lion here. This could be a Leo. There could be someone working with a Leo. This person who's born in 1984 could be getting some sort of karma for working with this person. They could have lied to this person and said they were in a relationship with you. This person could feel really foolish. They could have egg on their face now. Tell me about inattentive. Overwhelmed. So you may be overwhelmed by the choices presented to you, and you may be afraid of which path to choose. Before you make a decision, determine what is best for you and not necessarily what is best for everyone else. You have to start living life for yourself. Yeah, collective, this equals a 2. It breaks down, it's 56. It breaks down to let's see, 5 and 6 is 11, that's 2. So this is self-worth. This is somebody could be hating on you because you have self-worth. They're hating on this. They don't like this. You're not picking up, like, you're not cool with what they're putting down with this love bombing. Somebody could be losing their job. This job could have been working with a maternal figure, y'all. This is, wow, that's too many. Tell me about stingy. Doubts. You are experiencing doubt about a person or situation, and you feel unable to fully trust it. This uncertainty may stem from past experiences and unresolved issues you've encountered in similar situations or with this individual. It's natural to be doubtful, but do not let your past dictate your future or your decisions going forward. So don't have any doubts. If you're fed up with the situation, then you're fed up with the situation. You could feel like your throat chakra is blocked when you're around this person, or when you have conversations. Like, you could have conversations with a specific person and you could have already, before you talk to them, like, you could have already, like, gone over it in your head and been like, okay, when I talk to this person, I'm going to speak up for myself. I'm going to stand my ground or whatever. And then you get, like, on the phone or on FaceTime with this person and you're just, like, tripping over your words. Somebody here wants your throat chakra to be blocked. And with this doubts, this has is saying something about spirituality as well. So somebody could be doubting your spirituality. They could be saying you're secretive. You're living some sort of secret life. This is just because they're hating on you and your romantic relationships. They could be trying to cause problems with your relationships and opportunities. 72. Somebody doesn't like that you have spiritual opportunities as well. You could be a light worker. Okay, it says, doors are opening up for you, and now is the time to take a leap of faith. Nothing is stopping you except yourself. You will be presented with opportunities to expand, collaborate, or learn. Take these as signs to elevate your consciousness. Yeah, so you might want to look at where your ninth house, what's in your ninth house? Because there could be some sort of opportunity there. Like, what sign is in your ninth house? That may tell you a lot. All right, sensory overload. And then we have sensory boundaries. So this card flipped, it literally flipped out like this, and then it, like, went like that. So I'm getting both of these are important here. Okay, sensory overload. Sensory overload can impair your ability to concentrate and focus on tasks, leading to decreased productivity and performance. You may struggle to process information or make decisions effectively, hindering your ability to achieve your goals. You could feel like you are struggling to achieve specific goals here when you have this energy vampire, essentially, sucking the energy out of you. Not allowing you to have the boundaries that you set. Hold on, I'm a little bit warm. Here. So we have sensory boundaries. Prioritize self-practices that you can manage sensory overload or discomfort. Wait, let me read this again. Prioritize self-care practices that help you manage sensory overload or discomfort, such as relaxation techniques, mindfulness exercises, and sensory-friendly activities. Take breaks when needed and create calming environments that promote relaxation and rejuvenation. So you might need to prioritize relaxation collective in order to, like, reset, recharge, finding a good place to just be alone, for a little bit, even if that means like, finding a nice park that is quiet, not with like a bunch of kids playing on a playground and they're loud, or next to a soccer game or whatever, but somewhere like quiet, somewhere that's safe, of course, in the nature, when it's decent weather out, if you can, or find a place in your home, just a little corner of your home that's quiet, that you can just think, just, spend, even if it's 10 minutes on yourself, just in quiet, so you can get clarity for what you need to do for yourself. This can help you relax. And this can be very healthy to take breaks like this. And it can be healthy to take breaks from anyone who is coming in, pushing your boundaries or being toxic. Y'all, I'll be very honest with you. Again, this is no shade to whoever this person is, because I have no idea who this person is. But this energy makes me feel like my stomach is turning. There's something very dark and dense about this energy, especially if this person has been two-faced with you. Somehow, some way, they're trying to dig up dirt on you, and they could be working with a maternal figure that is a Leo. And this is really, I'm getting covert, I'm getting manipulative, inauthentic, fraud. That's what I'm getting. It's very toxic. Yeah. Unaltered reality. This person could be trying to manipulate or distort the way you see things. They could be like, oh, I'm just straightforward. I'm just being, like 100% with you. But you could be catching this person in lies. You could be catching them in things that prove that they're not authentic. Collective, this could literally be your intuition that is coming in and like ringing alarm bells about this two-faced person. You're getting these weird vibes from this energy, and you could be feeling it. You could be very sensitive to this. Yeah, you're gaining knowledge about this situation from your intuition. You could be asking questions and reflecting on what you've learned about an individual and the way they treat you. Things aren't adding up. You're gaining valuable knowledge and insight that's enriching your understanding of this situation. And either you're going to have a deepened connection with this person, or it's going to prove you to not be on the same wavelength as them, perhaps. You could have met this person at your job, and you could be feeling like you could have gone to coffee with this person. You could wear bright colors, or somebody does. The color yellow could be significant. Hold on, let me look at my... Oh, hold on, it's on this one. Yeah, there could be something affecting your solar plexus and your stomach. So right now with this yellow, it's interesting because I was just talking about how this energy makes me feel like my stomach is turning. And that's your solar plexus in this area. So this could be affecting your central nervous system. You could be very sensitive to this. Yeah, I could go on and on and on. Somebody here could be wanting to affect your solar plexus, so that way you will feel powerless, pessimistic. You could be overly analyzing things. They want to block this. They want you to have low self-esteem. Wow. So that could be what's going on here. Again, I'll show you the card. This bright yellow suit. Again, you could have went to coffee with this person and gained knowledge about who they really are, how they operate. And, you know, we can tell a lot about how a person is based on how they interact with the world. Now, okay, I'm getting something, but I'm not sure that I should share it. Let's see what comes out next. Oh my goodness. This is confirmation. Okay, with this coffee, you could have gone somewhere and you got sick. With this bright yellow, something could have happened here where there was a collaboration or network. And look, I'm not trying to like bring up conspiracy theories, okay? And this may or may not have happened. Please only take this if it makes sense for your situation. If you have not even been out with this person and gone to coffee or went and got some sort of drink with this person and got sick, then don't worry about it, okay? Just disregard it. But someone, this particular energy, could have invited you to go somewhere, to have coffee, to have a drink, a coffee house, a place that serves maybe protein shakes or, you know, blended juices or something like that. There was a distinct collaboration here where somebody was two-faced to you and something happened. You could have got sick. Now you could be gaining knowledge about this situation. And the reason I say this is because with this solar plexus affecting your stomach and this drink right here, there could be something here where you got very sick, very ill. You could have, this person could be trying to alter the reality of what actually transpired. And you could be gaining knowledge that this person was involved in some sort of collaboration to do something here. Y'all, okay. So the number 35 is on here. That's an 8. 8th house, transformation, rebirth, death. Someone could have collaborated to make you sick and literally pass away. You guys, I cannot make this shit up. I had chills over my whole entire body. You could be gaining knowledge about what this person did. This could be part of the reason why you're giving them the cold shoulder. This was to affect, you're gaining knowledge, and this is 15, which is a 6. 6th house, health, job. They did something to affect your health. And now they're trying to alter this reality. You could be getting like some sort of intuitive information here. Wow. Can I get This is just wild. Can I get one more, please, for two-faced and taxing? So you could have gone no contact with this person. Y'all, we have misfit and Killer. Okay, you hear me, right? Killer, body. Now, this can be taken in several ways. Like, somebody could just be like, whoa, you have such a great body, blah, 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 right? Or somebody was literally trying to Killer your body, this person who's a misfit. Someone took pleasure in this. We have 86 and 68. 8668 could be significant. Someone's phone number could end in 8668. And this is 14-5. So this is, fifth house is like pleasure, creativity, romance. Somebody could have come in and been some sort of, again, romance scammer. I keep getting this person's a misfit. Like, you know that this person's a liar. You know that they're not to be trusted. You know they're toxic. And you could be completely puzzled about how it is that, let's say, like, every time this person invites you somewhere, perhaps something tragic happens. And you could be realizing that this individual is the common denominator of the things that have transpired here. Now look, I'm in no way trying to say like blame so-and-so for this, that, or the other. But if you know for a fact that you went somewhere where someone invited you and then you got sick, or almost literally, maybe you ended up in the hospital or something happened, there's a distinct difference between food poisoning and like poisoning. Okay, there's a difference. Now, you could have, this person could be trying to alter the reality and make it sound like, oh, it's just, food poisoning, whatever. But you and this person could have, like, had the same drink at this place, and they didn't get sick at all. And you could be like, this isn't making sense. How did I get so sick and almost DIE? And this particular person walked away completely unscathed. Something isn't adding up. There could be a family member involved in this, you guys. A Leo, a mother. They could have worked with a mother to literally poison you. This is disgusting. Okay, can I get one final card from this? This is crazy. I did not see this coming. Let me just put it that way. This is going to be the final one. Injustice prevailing. Justice has been served. Wow. 88. 16. 7th house. Relationships. Justice is coming in for whatever this is, this partnership that this person was a part of here. A legal matter is poised to turn in your favor. This particular person could have worked with a mother because of some sort of legal issue collective. Gather evidence, document paperwork meticulously, and focus on the positive outcome you desire. Don't talk about it, be about it, right? Don't think about it, know it, okay? Focus on this positive outcome. Justice will prevail in your favor. Trust the process. So you could have got real sick and thought you were going to DIE, but you could know your spiritual team has your back here. I mean, I just have chills all over you guys. Okay, I'm reading both of these on this. Okay, hold on. That was weird. It like literally flipped right across the room. Okay. So I'm reading both of these because the card like did its thing. It spun around. So let's read the other one. There may be a legal situation that did not work out in your favor. You could either dig up more information and gather more witnesses, or you can simply take this as a learning lesson. Oh my gosh, I'm getting this is what this justice is going to be in your favor. But whoever has been a part of this that has brought some sort of, again, manipulative, covert actions that was a collaboration towards you, they're the one that's getting this. This is the injustice. It's going to be for them. This justice is being served. This is collective for this particular person. This legal situation, no matter how much they try to dig up dirt on you to use later, is not going to go in their favor. They need to just cut their losses and walk away. And look at this as a learning lesson. Now, I'm getting, if they continue to push the issue, this could put them in jail. That's just what I'm getting. If they continue to push the issue, rather than just walk away, it could end them up in jail. There's something to learn from this. And if they don't learn the lesson and they continue to keep going, they're going to reap the consequences from what they've sown. So it's up to them to decide what it's going to be. Unbelievable. This person, whoever these people are, they could have put a target on your back, collective. Oh my gosh, did you hear my stomach? It's growling. Okay, so where are we at? Okay, let's get a positive message, you guys. This message just took a complete turn I did not expect. Wow. I'm trying to think of where we should go. All right, Holy Spirit, can we get one positive message here for the collective to read on? What else do we need to know to close out this reading? Dreaming, curious messages, endless possibilities. Oh, look at the birds. These are the most beautiful cards I think I've ever had in an oracle deck. And there's some, contenders, but wow. Okay, let's read on this. Dreaming. The act of dreaming, especially dreaming big, is a form of rebellion against the oppressive society that we are all experiencing on some level here on this planet. At least for now, things are changing. This card is challenging you to dream outside of what you think is possible, to expand your idea and what you can experience in your life. Break the mental, emotional, and energetic boundaries and access the well of pure potential that exists within each of us. Alternatively, this card may be specifically pointing to your sleep dreaming. Are you a person who has lucid or very clear dreams? We are able to access myriad dimensions and possibilities in the sleep dreaming space that we generally are not able to reach in the waking world. If you do have lucid experiences, this card is asking you to pay close attention to your dreams. You may be receiving messages from your higher self, ancestors, galactic beings, soul family, or others in this space. You may also be able to do spirit work or magic in the dream space. Before going to bed, be intentional about asking your subconscious to help you remember your dreams. Write them down or use the voice recorder on your phone to record these important and often overlooked symbols and gifts from your dreams. Affirmation. I have access to a well of unlimited potential from which I manifest in my dreams. Y'all, first of all, I just want to say, do not doubt what can be done while you're asleep in the dreams. We dream every single night, whether we remember them or not. Tell me in the comments, do you dream in color or do you dream in black and white? Because some of us dream in color. I dream in color. And I specifically, in my younger years, like I would have to say 25 years ago or so, and when I was, in like my early 20s, okay, I used to, you know, ask the divine for messages to come through in my dreams very clearly and let me know what I need, like the answers that I'm asking. Like if I need guidance, I would say, I need guidance around this, that, or the other. Please give me the messages that I need. I will pay close attention to my dreams and give me those messages. And then, like, literally that same night, I will dream the answers to questions. I mean, I've even had situations where I had a boyfriend in my early 20s that I felt was not being faithful. And then come to find out, like, I asked for information in my dreams and it was like legit what was happening. And I ended up getting the answers and finding out what was happening with this particular boyfriend. And of course, we didn't end, we ended things. This didn't end well. But I know for a fact that I get messages in my dreams. Now, as I'm older now, I get messages just in the waking hour. Like, all I have to do is ask spirit. Like, for instance, one day, I think I shared this message with you guys, and I'll keep this brief. I went to the store and I was being like literally stalked throughout the store by some creepy old man he tried to start some weird fight with me in the parking lot just out of the blue. And I was just kind of like, what the heck? And so I went in to do my grocery shopping, and this man followed me, an older man, like 60 something, followed me around the grocery store with an empty cart the entire time I was shopping. And I was like, what is this? This is so weird. And so, of course, after I like went to the store security and everything, right? Took pictures and of the situation. And when I got home, the situation was just like, I was thinking over and over and over about it. And I was like, this is so weird. And I was like, Spirit, please give me the answers that I need to find out, like, why was this happening? And who was this? This is so weird. And you guys, I've been dealing, as you guys, most of you know, if you've been watching the channel, I've dealt with some other issues with stalking over the recent past. And I know what the situation is, and I know what it pertains to now, okay? And so, of course, I'm not scared because I know what I've been through. And so I literally sat down on my couch after getting home and unloading all my groceries. And I was like, just give me the answers that I need. Is this somebody that I can, like, who was this? Why were they? And all of a sudden, Spirit said, check so-and-so's Facebook. I was like, okay, I'll entertain. If Spirit wants me to look at someone's Facebook, I will. And I did. And I'm not shitting you guys. I got on their Facebook and I was like, oh my goodness, here is a picture of the person that was in the grocery store following me. It's things like that are unexplainable. And I can't explain how these things happen. I mean, I have a good idea, right? But that is because I have been through so many strange experiences in my life, and I have literally let my intuition guide me around the darkness, around these experiences that usually have some type of meaning. A lot of times it's, and come to find out, this stalking experience was connected to the other stalking experiences that I've had. So I just want to assure you guys, when you dream, and over the last 25 years, you guys, I have gone from getting messages in my dreams. I had messages before, like when I was like, in my late teens, I would get visions. Like I had a vision where I saw a close friend, like, this is kind of morbid, passing away and floating basically in water. And I saw the same like plaid shirts. They always wore these plaid shirts, right? And so I knew in my mind it was this person. And I actually went to them and I was like, like, this is going to sound really strange, but because I care about you, I'm going to share this with you. And I told him, I was like, please be careful around water. Just be careful around water. And they were like, why? And I said, well, because I had this vision of seeing you like floating upside down in water, and all I could see was your plaid shirt. And at the time we were all young, and this person was actually older than me. They were probably like 30 and I was like 19. And so I was like, I'm sure it's probably nothing, because of course I don't want to scare people, right? But I just said, if anything, just remember my voice in your head, like, be careful around water. And that person is very much still alive, but I do get concerned that was a vision. And so I would have been like remiss if I had not said something to this particular person. I've actually had those types of visions with other people, and they've come to me and they've been like, oh my goodness, like, you literally saved my life. And I'm just like, no, I didn't save your life. This was my divine team and spirit team of the highest light and resonance that came in and told me these things so that way I could protect you. And so this goes both ways. It goes both ways. So like, you can get messages about other people that are good. You can get messages about people that are bad, right? And you could be asking for information where, like, see, I would ask in my dreams because I thought that was really the way that I received most of my messages. And at the time, that was the way I knew how to access those messages. Now, as I have formed my intuition and my connection with the divine, even more, even stronger than it's ever been when I was younger. Now I'm able to just get these messages just, in my waking hours. All I have to do is like ask a question and then allow myself to accept the answers. And you might be surprised that those answers can show up right in front of your face. This isn't crazy talk. This is something that we have been conditioned away from our entire life. We've been conditioned away from our sixth sense, essentially. And the sixth sense is your intuition. This is your guide. This is your guide, your internal guide. How do you think people used to survive? Like, literally living in huts and teepees and wherever we lived, right? In the jungle, the forest, or wherever, in caves, right? How do you think that we survived? We survived mostly from our intuition. Like, they talk about a woman's intuition. Women do have and I'm not talking crap like to my men, we all have intuition, we can all use it. But when you grow a life in your body and then you deliver that baby and you nurture that baby, right? There's a very significant connection. I've seen this connection with fathers and their children too, so don't get me wrong. But there is something about the fact that you're so in tune. This baby that you've made that's growing within you is part of you. It's part of your cell makeup. I saw something on TV the other day, guys, on YouTube, where somebody was doing one of those, compilation videos where they show different videos from different platforms. And there was a video that was shown about how when the sperm and the egg meet, when a baby's being made, that it actually makes a spark of light within the woman's body. Is that not fascinating? I think it is. And it really gives me chills all over. It goes back to the fact that we are light beings, just as we were light beings when we were made, informed in the womb. We will go back to that light body after we have come and had this human experience, a soul coming into this body and having a human experience in these bodies. This is profound. And I'm really, if anything, I'm so grateful that we have social media to highlight these things, because this is a turning point for humanity. If you want to believe that, I believe it is. We all are being transitioned to the 5D, which is of love and light. And those who are not part of that will be left behind. And I don't mean that in a mean way, but this collective consciousness upgrading as a whole is going to be what saves the planet, what saves humans, the human race, essentially. Getting this information, social media is a huge part of that because it connects us. So I know this kind of went on a little bit of a long rant at the end, but I just want you guys to know how much I care about you as a collective. I love you guys. I bring these messages solely to empower you, okay? And if there's any naysayers, that's completely fine. But at the end of the day, I really, really hope that as a whole, we can try to bring the awareness to those who maybe aren't fully enlightened yet. And that's okay. We all had to start somewhere, right? So even if you may be a naysayer now, or you may be questioning the validity of some of the things that are said on tarot channels or spiritual channels, whatever, please understand that there is a connection. There is something to it. I wouldn't be sitting here wasting my time trying to explain things to you guys in a way that makes sense. I don't use a lot of the terms that get confusing, because a lot of times I feel like I have to go on Google and search the terms on live video in order to make it all piece together and make sense. So I try to use my own terminology to explain it to you guys in more of layman's terms, okay? So and if you have something to add in the comments, feel free, please do. I am always open to suggestions, okay? I'm always open to hear what others have to say. This is how I learn as well. So I love you guys. I hope this message brought some confirmation or clarity to a situation. Now, this might not even be a situation, this reading today, that you are even currently dealing with. It could be something that you dealt with in the past, or something you may deal with in the future. So the reading is timeless, okay? But let me know in the comments if anything resonated, if you've dealt with something like this, if you haven't. And if you haven't, oh my goodness, that's amazing. But we have to also remember that these experiences that we have with these other energies are what form us. They form who we are, how we operate, how we treat others, how we look at things, the perspective that we gain from looking at situations and learning from them. It's very important to have these interactions with people, because this is how we learn and grow. Again, this is Earth School. We are here to learn. We are here to learn lessons. We are here to understand accountability. So again, I'll let you guys go. I love you. Let me know in the comments if you guys feel like sharing. I read all of them, okay? And yeah, like the reading. It really helps get these messages out to others. And subscribe if you guys would like. I'd love to have you as part of the family. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.